a message from their favorite celebrity or ask for money. That's a red flag. Like, if I can find their boyfriend for them, yeah, he's not your boyfriend. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dan in Korea, and if you're new to my channel, my name is Danny and I'm a Korean guy who makes content in English. So welcome to my channel. I know you guys are like so confused what I'm gonna talk about today from the title, but it's something I wanted to talk about for a while based on some of the emails and DMs I was getting from people. And actually I sometimes get ideas on what to talk about from like these DMs and emails. But you know, like I explained in my other video, I don't really reply like private DMs, so I thought I would make a video out of it and hope it helps some people, because this is not just about Korea or Koreans, it's actually like about everyone, and it's an issue that's been, you know, a problem for a while or more recently. I hope this video can help some people get some answers or to prevent some things from happening. So I'm gonna talk about today's topic, he's not into you, in 3 different parts. And the first one is, he's not your favorite celebrity. I got some messages from people saying that, hey Dan, I need an advice, I need your help. And they were saying like, they got a message from their favorite celebrity, actor, or like a model, but these names are really like big names, like really famous actors. They sent them a message through their private account. I know it already sounds fishy, and at first I was like, how do people actually fall for something like this? But after like getting to know the situation and what really goes on, I kind of started to understand it could actually happen. Like, people can actually fall for it. These people who claim to be their favorite actors, singers, just casually talk to them. They make normal conversations and they don't even ask for anything. They're just asking like how you are, what kind of person you are, and they send you pictures from their shoot or whatever, which can actually be found on like social media or like on the internet. Once you start talking, you kind of want it to be true. You have doubt in your mind, but with like these pictures, and sometimes they follow the way the celebrities talk, you start to kind of believe because you want to believe, and then you feel like there's no reason for this person to pretend to be someone, and you feel like, you know, celebrities are also human beings. They also want to make new friends, they want to meet new people, and they start to believe that this is true. And they go on for a while to talk, and there's nothing weird. They're just like talking about like blah, blah, blah. Thank you for supporting me. You know, like I always wanted to communicate with my fans, blah, blah, blah. And then their true colors reveal after a while, after you actually start to trust the person and you actually start to think that it's actually them, then they reveal their true colors. They either like ask for something inappropriate or ask for money in a lot of cases. At first they make excuses like, I'm like shooting abroad and suddenly all my accounts are blocked, can you PayPal me, or blah, 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 like it goes on like this. So some people message me, actually, I just wanted to tell you, like, don't tell anyone else. I actually been talking to like blah, 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 who's very famous, and he suddenly, like, we've been talking for a long time and he suddenly asked for money. Can I trust him? Like, is this real? At first when I saw the message, I was like, of course it's fake. How can this be real? If it's someone that famous, they're not gonna ask people for money on like Instagram. And I don't think these famous celebrities would reach out to people saying that it's their private account. If they really wanted to reach out, they would reach out, but 99.999% of the times they don't do that. So from the DM that I got, I think this person also had doubt that this was real, but this wasn't the first DM that I got like this. A lot of people were saying, I was talking to my favorite celebrity and he suddenly ghosted me, and it's like his private account and I really didn't tell anyone, but I have nowhere to talk to, so I'm just telling you, Dan. I've been seeing some cases on the internet also. Now these scammers are getting so smart with the advance in technology. They use like AI and deepfake technology to like do FaceTime with you, like video calls and phone calls. And if you see them, like with these technologies, sometimes it looks really real. If you see them, you're like video calling them and you're talking to them on the phone and you know their voices, of course you're going to believe it. And there's part of their mind that they want to believe it. But with these like video calls and photos and phone calls, I mean, even I would fall for it, like if this kind of thing happened. So at first I didn't understand people like falling for these kind of stuff, but now I understand, and it could happen. It could happen to you. It could happen to people around you. So let me say this for clear. If a celebrity, a very famous celebrity, claims that this is their private account and reach out to you and then keeps on talking and then ask for something inappropriate, especially like money, it's never going to be real. And even if it's real, that's a red flag. Like, why ask your fans for money like that? They have their friends and family to ask, you know? So it doesn't make sense. This celebrity is not into you. He's not even real. So don't fall for a romance scam like this, which is such, you know, it's so low. Number 2 is similar, but it's actually worse because this time it's not like celebrities. They don't pretend to be celebrities, but they pretend to be models, influencers, creators, or just random people on Instagram. Just a normal person. They get pictures of someone, you know, good looking or someone quite popular on Instagram, and they say that it's their private account. They like your style, or they like you, or they find you attractive, or like things like this. In this case, it's so easy to believe. Like, it makes sense. I also had a private account before. So many of my friends had like private accounts before, and it makes sense. Like, they're not that famous, so you think that it's possible for them to reach out to you using a private account. It could be true. It could be really them, you know, but if they ask for money, or if they ask for something inappropriate, it's a red flag. It's a red flag, no matter like who they are. Like whether they are scammers or whether they are like the person himself, it's a red flag. You should not fall for it, you know? Even if you like someone so much, even if you support someone so much, if they suddenly reach out to you and say, hey, like, you know, send me $1,000. I lost all my like credit cards and I'm traveling and I'm lost and blah, blah, blah. Like, they will ask for help to their family or their friends. Like, they won't ask for help online, you know? I actually experienced this a lot. There were so many fake accounts on Instagram that these people made of me, and they were like, I made this private account to communicate with my followers, my supporters, and sometimes they use English, sometimes they use Korean, sometimes they use Japanese. And in the end, most of the times they ask for money. But let me make this clear. I am not going to ask for money using a private account or my public account ever to you guys. I'm not gonna send messages. I'm saying like, oh, I need money. I will never do that. I make this clear. So don't fall for something like this. And from what I know, like most people I know, like my like creative friends, they would never do this also. And if someone actually does this, it's a red flag. Unless it's, you know, it's something like legit, like, you know, they're doing a live streaming or whatever. But if they like talk to you privately, lead you on, and then ask for something like this, it's, you know, it's a scam. I wasn't gonna talk about these fake accounts because I thought people would not fall for something like this, but some people actually do, because when you really want to talk to someone and they make kind of like good excuses and good explanations, you start to believe them, you know, and they send you pictures, some pictures that you don't see on their, like, for example, what if they send you pictures from my Instagram that I deleted and you can't see it on my Instagram, or I posted on story but you missed it, and they send you pretending to be me? I mean, you could believe it, you know? Don't fall for these private accounts pretending to be someone. And if it really is that person, even if it is that person, if they're asking you for something inappropriate or money, just block and walk away. He's not into you. He wants something else. There's another agenda to it. So don't fall for it. And this actually applies to everyone. Like even for guys, like there could be a girl pretending to be someone that they're not. And let me tell you, she's not into you. He's not into you. So don't fall for something like this. And please stop making fake accounts on Instagram. Like, I am not going to make a private account to message people, okay? Last but not least, he's not your boyfriend. This one actually shocked me a little because I was really confused. I wasn't sure if people were being like real or I don't know. But some people sometimes sent me that they have a Korean boyfriend and he suddenly started ghosting or he suddenly deleted his account and blah 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 blah. I thought, okay, like he's an asshole, like you know, she met an asshole. And then I read on and it was like, yeah, even though we've never met. And I was like, huh, even though you've never met and he's your boyfriend. Basically, a Korean guy started talking to her on Instagram and they've been talking and they never had a phone call. They never had a video call. They were just talking, chatting, maybe exchanging some selfies, and then they decided to become boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, and that went on for a few months. Like they were dating for like 6 months. And then he stopped talking to her and now she's hurt and she's like asking me like what to do, like blah blah blah. This wasn't just one case. There were so many people like this, and some even asked me if I can find their boyfriend for them and get him to like reply her. Yeah, I mean, where to start? First of all, he's not your boyfriend. Maybe there are people who could really date like meeting online and never meeting in person, but at least they do like phone calls and video calls or like, you know, stuff like this. At least you really know that it's them. Just exchanging a few pictures and chatting for a few months, how can this person be in a relationship with you? It's not real. No real and sincere relationships would be like that. It's impossible. Like unless there's a good reason for it, something is off, something is fishy. I've seen stories that, you know, people meet online and, you know, they really fall in love. But in these cases where people were messaging me, like I don't think these were real. Like he was never your boyfriend, and I don't think he was probably not the person that you saw, that the pictures you saw. He was probably not him. And maybe they got bored like after a while. Most of these cases, the people who were messaging me were quite young. So, you know, they could be new to like the whole dating scene. They could be very naive. But I really want to say, like, don't fall for this. And no matter what, to be honest, I think it's not safe to meet strangers online. Like people you have zero information about. Like, for example, if it's someone like you know through a friend and you're like talking to them online, like, or you know that this person actually exists and it's their account, maybe it could be a different case. But I think meeting someone online who you have zero information about, like you don't even know if the person you see is actually them, I think it's always dangerous. Starting a relationship like that, it's just a no-no. Sometimes, like, even if it's them, and they keep on ghosting you and they keep on, you know, asking for something inappropriate, it's a red flag. Just walk away. He's not into you. Just be careful. Yeah. Anyway, that was something I really wanted to talk about. And also, I actually really want to ask you guys a favor. I try to like look at the DMs, look at the comments, and I try to reply the comments when I can. But these days, like, some people have been spamming my work email and my DM, and it's getting harder to see the actual messages from like my subscribers that I need to see, and it's interfering with my work also. Like they're sending like emails after like topics like this, but also like hi, can you find me a Korean boyfriend, can you introduce me to someone, blah blah blah, and they just keep on spamming, and I block them, and there are new people. But this is my work email, so please, if you have something to say, please try to leave it in the comments. If it's something private that you can't share publicly, you can send it through DM, but I may not read it all the time because, you know, it's physically hard to go through everything, but I try my best. And when there's a topic that I should talk about, I try my best to talk about it like this. So please, let's respect each other's space a little bit, okay? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's topic. If you have any suggestions on topics that you want me to talk about, that we want to discuss, please leave it in the comments, and please remember, don't fall for these scammers. He's not into you, okay? Thank you for watching, guys. Always be safe, and hope you guys enjoyed the video.